Good afternoon, YouTubers. This video is going to be about bottom feeders. I've been asked a few questions over the last couple videos on what bottom feeders I have and why I have them. Well, the biggest reason for the why is because you got the cichlids in the top in the middle portion of your tanks. I don't have those in every tank. I only have those in two. So I like to fill the whole tank. What better thing to have than some bottom feeders? So in this tank, what we got in here are some Burmese border loaches. Why I chose them? Mainly because they were active and cool looking. And I also, my latest fad has been the exotic Plecos. And I've got numerous types of exotic Plecos in all my tanks. Now, what are they good for? Not a damn thing, actually. They don't eat algae, so that's definitely a misunderstanding with a lot of people. They figure, Pleco, algae, which is incorrect. My Plecos pretty much eat the pellet food that I drop in color since I've started feeding that to them. Most of your exotic Plecos basically are carnivores. I shouldn't say most of them, but a lot of them. Very territorial to each other. And really could care less about the algae in your tank. Though they will feed off of the wood in your tanks as it breaks down, that is not what they eat. They pretty much do eat food, pellets, algae wafers, and again, because some of them do eat, are carnivorous, you're going to want to supplement some nice sinking pellets in there for them. What I like to do in some of my tanks is I have a piece of PVC pipe that I stick in through the top, and I take it and I put it in the middle of the areas where they hang out, that wood pile in this tank or in this wood pile in this tank, and drop a lot of pellets in there for them to get to. That way I'm not overfeeding the entire tank just so that these guys can get some food. In that big old hosh posh of plant and wood, I have about 5 little exotic Plecos growing. You see 2 of them there right now. But anyway, let's move into the fish room and we'll take a look at our bottom feeders in there. It's not just Plecos and Loaches that I've got an addiction to. I also love the Polypterus, or the bikers. So let's take a gander. In this Vieja tank, I have one vampire Pleco, and the reason why it is in here on by itself is because vampire Plecos are very territorial and very mean and very aggressive. They don't play well with others. So I have one in this tank and another one inside in my 250. These two do not play well with anybody. And the one inside actually will fight when it's feeding time for food. It will attack and literally smack the crap out of my cichlids regardless of what they are. Also in here I do have an algae eater, which is your common Pleco. You probably can't see him because he's blending in back there. We'll go around the corner. And I hit this in one of my other videos. Maybe we have a few more out today. This is my exotic Pleco grow out tank. There's quite a few in here. Got your Goldie, Gold Nugget. See if we can get in there. There's an albino bristlenose, and behind that you can see the tail of a female Queen Arabesque. And you got a blue panique laying in there with a green phantom. Down underneath, and that one escapes me. I believe it's an L52 and I forget the name. You would have thought that I had done my homework and remembered all this before I shot the stinking video. There's another albino bristlenose in there. That there is just an RTM grow out that I have in the tank. And this tank is also being shared by, yeah, maybe you can see his head down there. There's that eye. That there is just a small Budocophori biker Polypterus I picked up from a friend who's in here growing out because he would be a worm in my other tanks. And again, these guys eat the same thing the fish eat. In this tank I pretty much feed the veggie krill for Southern Delight, or just the tropical, small tropical sinking pellets by Southern Delight. And here we have 3 Delhaize Polypterus. Very active guys. The largest one right there, he's about 13 inches long and about as big around as a quarter, maybe even a 50-cent piece. He's a fat little sucker. I just did some fish swapping yesterday. I may publish the video or not, but that was one of the fish added to this tank, and it's actually larger than the one that was in this tank. That guy. And yet it looks like he took a pretty good beating, so hopefully the beatings have stopped and everybody's kosher right now. Also added was a couple of Kermodes, but this one isn't about my cichlids, it's about the bottom feeders. So down here is another vampire, but this guy plays well with others. In here he's got a, get out of the way. He's got a gold nugget, a king tiger, yellow king tiger actually, and para Pleco, and a 3 beacon Pleco in here hanging out with him. Again, none of them are algae eaters. There's the 3 beacon. And this wood pile is here for one reason and one reason only. It's for the Plecos to pretty much hang out and enjoy, and I can drop food into them without the other fish pretty much being able to get to it too easily and steal the food. Plus it kind of looks cool. See if we can get in there and see the para Pleco down in there. He also was in the other tank and got switched over to this one so he can hang out with friends. He was alone in the other one, which he probably didn't mind actually. I don't know where the king tiger's hiding. So I can't show him right at this moment. And then let's move on to the 400, where all the activity is. What prompted this video is I was in here watching these guys earlier, and the Polypterus were out and about having a good old time swimming all over the tank. So that there is the Polypterus cave. There's the Weeksy. Now, pardon me if I don't pronounce these guys all correctly. That guy poking his head out, I believe, is my Palmus Poly. So many of these guys look alike. I think that's my Retropenis. And then the Tugulsi. Oh, no, I take that back. That is not him. Got a beautiful ornate in here, and the Tugulsi has really coming into his own lately since he's doubled in size over the last month. We also have 3 of the red fin loaches hanging out here with about 7 clown loaches. Clown loaches usually hang out in the schools and come over here to greet me when they're hungry. They must not be hungry yet. And look at that. I decided to take a video and everybody takes off. Look at that. One of the red fin loaches is in there hanging out with the Polypterus. Dang it, I didn't realize I had algae on that spot of the tank either. Maybe I should get an algae eater for this tank. That Wixie is one weird looking fish. Got a ginormous head, tiny little body. It's my largest clown loach. It's about 7 inches. Believe it or not, the clowns and the redfin loaches get along fairly well. There's a Tugulsi or Tugulsi. And all of these bottom feeders, in my opinion, especially the Plecos, are just excellent little bottom feeders. Exactly what they, what they're called. My sand, never has crap laying on it. Makes for easy cleanup. There's the ornate. All in all, I have 8 Polypterus or biker in here. I'm gonna have to drop some food over here to get everybody to come over. This tank yesterday, I did a complete gutting. Destroyed it. Maybe I'll put a couple of snippets of that up on the video and post those to YouTube. But I watched it this morning. It was actually rather boring and kind of difficult to see everything once I got everything stirred up. This is what it looks like now. Nice and clear and peaceful. Looking nice. Let me grab some food and we'll throw some food in here, see if we can get some action or activity. What we're going to drop in is some veggie krill in a few places. Sure, the cichlids are going to go after it. Yeah, doing this with one hand is very difficult. So we're going to put you guys down. Here they all come out. Just gives me a different look in the tanks. You're not just stuck with cichlids. Which is not a bad thing. But, you know, you get a little bit of diversity. Diversify? Yeah, I think I said that right. You get a little bit of, you know, a little bit of change in here, a little bit of a view, different view. Though I love my cichlids, I definitely enjoy the Polypterus, the Loaches, and the Plecos. I'm really seriously thinking about putting together a 125 gallon tank, a 6-foot tank with a bunch of wood in it, and just put all my exotic Plecos in that, and that will be the only thing in there. Maybe I don't know, some smaller fish that swim around the top. Maybe that's where I'll put my all my geophagus. They're pretty mellow. Those are wine meller eyes. In the bedroom I have the redhead tapajos. I think that'd be an epic tank. Granted, there won't be much activity. It'll be pretty much a show tank. Maybe I'll try my hand at plants in there. I'm not sure exactly how the exotic Plecos do with plants. I'll have to look up on that one before I attempt to do that and have them all destroyed. Well, anyway, that's pretty much my bottom feeder video. If anybody has any questions on Plecos or Polypterus, or even some Loaches, give me a shout, let me know. I'll do what I can to answer them, and if not, I'll point you in the right direction. Thanks for stopping by and have a good day.